Hello everybody. I am here filming a Q&A on my bedroom floor because I am bored, it's snowing, and I have some questions I think you guys might want answers to. Not because like that. Okay, so I've sorted your questions into a few categories. Categories about me, categories about goals and like things I want to accomplish, like etc., and then things about my pets or other things. I'm going to start with questions about myself and my interests and my so we're gonna start with those. Okay, we have a kid now. So first question we're gonna start with is by Card Shark, and it's: when you were a kid, unless you still are, what is the original pet you wanted most, and did your opinion change? That, I think, is a very good worded question. I'm not necessarily still a child, I'm still a minor, but when I was like 12 and under, I really wanted horses. I guess when I was 12. Okay, I wanted horses when I was little. That was like my main thing. My room was decorated with horses, etc. I really wanted horses. My dearest apologies if you hear my father jamming out on the bass guitar. I share a wall with the garage and he plays in the garage. Okay, so what is your favorite show? By Elliot. My favorite show, I'm not much of a movie or TV person, but I really watched Stranger Things and Squid Games, and I didn't really watch a lot of shows, so I guess Stranger Things and Squid Games. What animals do you have? In total, if you're talking about like one living being, I have 8. But I also have 2 isopod colonies that I like to count as one animal each because you maintain them like one animal. So I normally answer 10. By the Kingdom, I think. Who is your favorite singer or band? I really love Conan Gray. I use a lot of his songs in my videos. I make a lot of references. Allie, you know what I'm talking about. So your dream pet. I think my dream pet is probably maybe something like a rosy boa, maybe a Burmese python. I don't know. I really like a lot of animals. Probably like a Burmese python or something. Also by the Kingdom, I don't know if this fits into me or pet category, but what was your first ever pet? My first ever pet was a cat that my father got in college named Chica. Okay, sent in by Archer. Do you like history, especially World War II, like me? Sorry, I had to retake that a bunch of times. I don't know why. I do really like history, and it was one of my favorite classes whenever I was sent to lectures in high school about it. I'm still in high school, I just don't go to public anymore. I'm not super into World War II. I don't know a lot about it. I think it's cool, not cool that people died and there was, yeah. How did you get the name Yucky Ducky? I got the name Yucky Ducky from, I had a film channel called Yucky Ducky Films, or Ducky Films, or something like that, and I just kind of reused the name. Yeah. What is your favorite animal that's not a reptile? My favorite animal that's not a reptile is a dhole. They're canines, and they're very endangered, but they're really interesting, and they have a very cool pack status, and they communicate through whistles. I think they're really interesting. Pancakes or waffles? By Breyna. Waffles. I like waffles. Are you a potato? Yes, I am. Do I have any pet mammals? I do. I have 3 cats and a dog. Ever played an instrument? Yes, I have. I used to play bass guitar, like you can hear my dad doing. I'm sure it's vibrating my whole room. And I used to play acoustic guitar. So, yeah. What is my favorite color, food, season, and sport? My favorite food is probably any type of pasta. My favorite color is green, like sage green, like you can probably see on the wall back there. My favorite season is fall because I like the weather, it's pretty, I like the holidays, and I like the smells and scents. And my favorite sport, I never really did a sport, but my favorite sport is either track or basketball because I jump hurdles. I could jump like 4'5" for a while. I was pretty good at it. And move on to like goals. So things I want to accomplish, things that I want to do, etc. So, first we're going to start with what is your dream job? My dream job when I was little was to work at like a horse ranch or an animal care facility, which I wouldn't be opposed to anymore. But I think now I would want to be a herpetologist of some sort. Sent in by Elliot, what is my subscriber goal? Elliot's is 1K. I think mine is also 1,000. Like seeing just the K because it doesn't want to put in all the digits would be so cool. I don't think I'd ever want to get big, like a really big creator, like above a few thousand, but I feel like that would be really cool. Plans. Do I plan on getting another crested gecko? I do have a crested gecko. He's right behind the camera actually right now, but I think I do plan on getting another one. Maybe in a few years, maybe not soon, but just because of how not low maintenance necessarily, but kind of low maintenance they are. They make such good pets. They're not super expensive. You don't need like super difficult heating and lighting. I think they're just really good reptile. I plan to get any different species of reptile in the future. I really want to get a leopard gecko. I think they're so cute. I love leopard geckos. They're really great pets, and I would love to make a good setup for them. I really like leopard geckos. I think that's all the goals. So we're gonna start on questions about my animals. So how did I get into snakes and how did I convince my family to get one? So I got into snakes when my best friend got a snake, which that snake I actually have now, Aiko. I got into snakes a lot more. I was already kind of into them, but I got into them a lot more, and then I convinced my family because they weren't really scared of them, and I had turtles at the time that we needed to get rid of, and I said I would get rid of the turtles and rehome them and pay for Kata, and it was also sort of a birthday, which don't get reptiles as a present for your kids, but if they know what they're doing. Do snakes regurgitate? I'm assuming Enzo and Elijah are asking like why and how do they do it? Snakes regurgitate when they have just eaten and they feel the need that they need to get away, move faster, or they're just very stressed. So that's why they advise you to not hold them like 42 to 78 hours after feeding your snakes, because if they get too stressed they can regurgitate and it can be very harmful for them, even killing them in some cases. So it's like something you kind of want to avoid. They just do it by spinning it back out and pushing with their muscles. Big strong muscles. Are you strong, Kata? Yeah. How does Kata behave at the vet? Sent in by Enzo and Elijah. Kata behaves at the vet, I don't know, he's never been sick and he's never really been to the vet because he's just a baby. He's not actually just a baby, he's almost 2 and he's tiny. So I don't know if he's stunted or what, but we're upgrading his feeding size because he's itty bitty. Elliot, you sent in so many, so did you, Breyna, sorry. Let's see. How often do you take out Kata? I take him out, it really depends. If people are over, sometimes I take him out more because they want to see him and I trust them not to like fling him across the house. So normally I'll bring him out like 3 to 4 or 5 times a week. Also by Elliot, sorry about the bass again. If you got another ball python, what would you name it? I thought about that actually. I don't know exactly what I would name them. Probably like something Japanese to fit with the theme of Kata and Aiko, which are both Japanese. Kata means little dragon, look at him, and Aiko means beloved child. So I think I'd name them something Japanese. even though that's kind of overused, I think it would fit with their theme. What's Kata's favorite color? I'm not exactly sure, but he seems to gravitate towards like blue and teal and stuff, so I'd say teal and blue. What's Kata's favorite toy? Kata's favorite toy is this. I'll bring it down. You'll see it. It's like this little 3D printed, kind of like those dog balls that are like hexagons and stuff, except it's like 3D printed for snakes and it has like a base so that it won't roll over. Do you think Kata wants a sister or brother? He has a sister. They don't really interact, so I don't think he'd care, to be honest, if we got him another sister or brother. So I don't think he'd care. Do you have any hats for Kata? Oh yes, I do. Hold on. Do I have hats for Kata? This one actually is broken. I'm really sorry. Somebody stepped on it. It wasn't me though. Trust. I have a lot of hats for my critters. They're all from Ball Python Love. Cheap items. Really, really fast shipping, at least for me. Really sweet. I would recommend buying from them, but we have a lot of hats. Kata doesn't really want to wear them right now, but we're gonna blur out my face. Yeah, he has some animals I've had, including their names sent in by Elliot. Sorry if I forgot to credit you for your question. I had Chica. She was a Russian blue cat. She passed away when I was 5, unfortunately, but when I was 2, I got a dog named Rookie. He's still alive. When I was in 2020, I don't know exactly when. Oh, in 2018, I got a cat named Fizzy. We found her in the back of a truck's gas pipe. She's still alive. In 2020, I got 2 siblings, Denver and Destin, orange and tan ones, you'll see. And then in 2024, I think I got rid of my turtles. I had them since like 2018. Forgot to mention those. And then I got Kata, and then I got Oscar, my beardie, and then I got Kata, and I got Eros, and then I got Aiko. And then I think that's all. Kata's personality usually. He's pretty chill. He can like, Kata, come here. I'm not pressing on his head, I'm just putting it in between my fingers. He's very chill. He's like quite the opposite of head shy. Okay, I guess he didn't like the hat, but he's chill. He's very ecstatic a lot of the time. He's very energetic and happy, but he's also really chill. I think that's all of them. I hope I answered all your questions, even though I asked for them. Probably wasn't questions you like were dying to know, but maybe it's interesting. Sorry for the obnoxious bass playing. It's vibrating my whole room, and you might have heard my brother screaming a bit. I'm sorry. I also have lost my voice for some reason, so my voice sounds really weird, high-pitched, and like raspy. I don't know. So my apologies, I swear. Anyways, say bye, Kata. Bleh. Oh wait, look at him. Bleh.